show me something, yeah. She got like it on me something. Pushing on the pussy like a button. More time for time, still getting running in the.
Hey you guys, happy Wednesday. My name is Courtney Jay and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am working overtime just for you guys, but I love it because it's in my element and I live for this. So basically this is a continuation of the last vlog, kind of sort of. It's the next day, and actually after I left the permit office, like I told you guys, if you didn't watch my last vlog, go watch it. I showed you guys the exact process of how to get your dancer's license permit here in Atlanta. So full details in that video. Run it up. But anyway, so I ended up going to my club. I ended up starting. Literally had to fill out paperwork when I got there, and then the house mom, she spoke to me about everything. That took about an hour and a half. So I didn't actually start on the floor until a little bit after 4 p.m. and I had gotten there a little bit after 2:30. So just to give you guys an idea. And then I ended up leaving at like 9 o'clock, which I rarely do. Like, I'm the girl that does doubles because sometimes money comes in like later throughout the night, or someone wants my attention a bit longer, so I end up staying. But now that I have like a new living foundation, I don't have to be at the club longer than need be, which I appreciate so much because, you know, I started to live out on my own at a young age. Got my first place by myself at 19 years old, going on 20. So all the money that I made stripping went into, you know, bills, travel expenses, and other things that I wanted for myself and all that stuff. So now I just have a new foundation where I can just be 21 years old and I can still dance, but I can also have a perfect balance between dancing and well, stripping, and then dancing in dance studios because I do like to dance. That's like one of my hobbies. And I'm also talented when it comes to filming and editing for other types of films, which if you follow my Instagram, you can check out the behind the scenes video I did for my cousin's photo shoot. So that was really fun. So I just have other interests in my life that I'm really like good at. So being in my new foundation, I'm able to work on those things more instead of working at the strip club so much. Still attract how much I desire to attract and still travel for it, yes, but also prioritizing working on my craft as an actual dancer as far as like heels choreography goes and pole techniques, and getting into other types of content creation, castings for music videos and things of that nature. So I just love that I have this new opportunity to just do those other things and not have to use all of my stripper money into like bills. Because that's like the American way of living. You're just living to pay for stuff and buy nice things. But are you really living in all of your desires or just some of it? I like to live in all of it. It is 11:59. The club opened literally like 30 minutes ago. And I was gonna go there before 1 p.m. But then I decided to have self-care time as far as my eating breakfast goes. Dogs used it in the kitchen, so I cleaned up the kitchen and all that stuff and sat down, drank some tea. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get ready. And then I also journaled because now I'm consistently journaling before I get ready for the day. Picking out my outfits for the club. Yeah, I have like this one slingshot outfit, and then of course my marijuana fit and my money fit. And I got this bandana. Isn't it so cute? The house mom sells them, and this is the only one I saw that was this type of pattern, so I had to get it. And this is basically what you sit on. Have cloths to sit on at the club now. And sometimes I like to hit customers with it to get their attention. They like it. And my first day was actually pretty smooth. It wasn't busy at all. Literally, like, I made close to 200 last night, and I was very content with that because I'm like, okay, I got a feel for the club, I got a vibe for it, I know pretty much where everything is and how this club operates. Basically, tip out changes at 1 p.m. After that, it goes up by $5, I believe, every hour that you come later. And I believe night shift is similar. I'm not sure. I got hired for day shift, which is a tip. If you're gonna go to a new club, get hired for day shift so you can automatically have a wait in for night shift. And also at this club, we can't have a dance bag on the floor because the house mom said somebody was selling drugs through their bag. And I was like, oh, okay. So we have to like have our money on us, or we just put it in our bag after we get done with it. So I'm gonna start wearing my garters again, so that way I could just hook it on my garter and just call it a day. And you know, in Atlanta, you can like, wow. So I absolutely love that, like being like on that level while dancing. And that's also, for me, I think is an easy way to get money from the guy, because if you're just chilling with him doing that, it's like so easy to finesse. Like the guy last night, with him, and I ate some of his food, and then he was like, I don't know why I feel like I have to take you out to a candlelight dinner. And I'm like, I don't blame you for feeling that way. I love candlelight dinners. And then I asked him to pay for my tip out. But he only wanted to pay for half of it. So I'm like, whatever. I liked that I'm in a new confidence level now where I'm like not afraid to ask for anything that I desire. Like, I want you to give me more money. I want you to tip me more. I want you to pay for my tip out. I want you to pay for my food. So being at a gentleman's club has helped my confidence so much when it comes to asking for what I want. So now that I'm back in an urban environment, but it's still set up like a gentleman's club, I really think it's just going to be easy. The dances here are $10, and we have to be fully nude, by the way. And when it comes to that, I don't feel no way about it, because I like that we don't have to touch the customer during this $10 dance. And what I did yesterday, I told the guys, I'm like, yeah, dances are $10 minimum, but you can always pay me more. And they paid me more. And I'm barely doing anything. Like, yeah, I'm butt naked for you, but you can't touch me. I'm barely doing anything. I'm doing the same two-step. So if you want anything more, if you want to touch me, you have to take me to the VIP. So I'm excited to see if today will be the day that I get my first VIP. First several, honestly, because I could run it up easy. Easy. And I can run up these $10 dances. And it's just like a bag can be made at any club that you go to if you know how to, you know, talk to customers, you know how to move around the room and things of that nature. And this isn't one of those clubs where you have to just go up on a customer and start shaking your butt. As far as day shift goes, not like that. I'm not sure how night shift is, but I do like the setup. It's very calm. It reminds me of my club up north. So chill vibes. It is currently 1:29, so I'm gonna get to my club probably most likely around 3 o'clock, which is perfect. So if I decide to leave at 9 o'clock, that means that I'm only gonna be there for 6 hours. If I choose to stay till 12, I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna leave my camera, Saya, that's my camera's name, Saya. I'm gonna leave her here at home because I don't know this club like that enough to feel safe to leave something that costs almost $1,000 in my bag, which I probably won't do. I probably most likely will never ever do that. So iPhone footage on the way. I just have on my simple pink dress. I'm sure y'all have seen this before. My simple dress that I like to wear when I go to the club. Decided to just wear my hair in its natural state. And no concealer. I have to get some more toner to put on my face to help clean off my face with makeup and stuff. So until I get that, I'm not going to put on any concealer. I'm just going to rock my blush and highlighter. I love having rosy cheeks. That's like my thing. That's my signature look, rosy cheeks and a rosy nose. Before I forget, let's go ahead and sage our money and sage our stuff, and then do some Palo Santo and cinnamon before we leave the house. So this is the sage, the chakra sage that I sell at thetrueaura.com. So make sure you guys check out my store to get yours. And my cousin actually put me on to this, saging my money. So yeah, I'm just gonna sage my bag. And of course, myself. Then we're gonna burn some cinnamon, because cinnamon brings in abundance and good energy. Now with cinnamon, you have to burn it really, really well. Really well, so that it can hold the flame. You have to light it like you're lighting a blunt. And then lastly, my favorite, Palo Santo. I'm considering selling Palo Santo on my site actually, because I love Palo Santo. It brings really nice, peaceful, calming energy, and the smell is so amazing. I love the smell of Palo Santo. Oh, and don't forget, open your window after you sage so that that energy can leave. Hey you guys, I just made it back home and it is currently 4:21. I went ahead and took a shower and everything like that, and don't mind the air just cut on. And for day 2, I want to say that Tuesday's day shift was a bit more money flow for me than it was today day shift. And then I decided to pull a double because I literally wasn't doing anything for hours. But the time went by fast because I smoked with the customer, which was funny because when I first went up to him, he thought that I was going to ask him for a dance. He was like, no, I'm good. And I'm like, I wasn't asking you for a dance. I'm asking to smoke with you. So then he was like, I'm not supposed to be doing this or whatever. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So he said, I can give you the weed. So he gave it to me, and then I was like, I don't have anything to wrap with. So then he gave me that too. And then when I tried to roll it, I ripped it. It was a different type of like cigar ting, I don't know, but it wasn't what I normally use. So he fixed it for me, lit it for me, rolled it for me, and then he started to, you know, let his guard down a little bit, you know. And I guess the girl that he's messing with, or his girlfriend, it was her birthday at the club, and she's really sweet. So I think once he saw like she was cool with me being around him, he was okay with communicating with me. You know, we talked briefly and stuff like that, and he was a cool guy. And then eventually later on throughout the night, I finally was able to get somebody to buy my food, because I'm like, if no one's gonna be buying anything else from me, they're gonna buy something for me. So that's what I did. And then the guy that bought me food, he didn't get a dance from me, but his energy, he's one of those older dudes that I guess was traumatized or something, and he's all like, I desire a long-term relationship, so no marriage. Like, he's one of those older dudes that thinks he knows how relationships are because of what he's gone through or his friends have gone through. And I was just like, at one point in the conversation, I'm like, you talk about women so much, like, what is that you're looking for? Because this is stuff that you say to your therapist, you know what I mean? And I was able to get a few dances left later on at night, like after midnight. The club closes at 3. And then also, this is a thing that we have to breathe into before we leave the club. This is how they check to see like how much alcohol we have in our system, because they're not gonna allow you to drive home if you're drunk. So yeah, so you just, you know, just blow through it, and they have a machine to detect it. But yeah, like this is literally everything that I have in cash from today. So I got there a little bit after 3 o'clock, and I stayed till 3 o'clock. And this one guy said that he had cashed at me $30, but when I checked my phone it was 28. So what I'm peeping is the customers at some urban clubs, not all of them, but some of them, I have to remember, they pay the exact change or they're gonna pay a little bit less. The only thing I don't like about dancing at urban clubs or urban gentleman clubs or whatever is when you tell them like, hey, it's like $5-10 dances or whatever, and my club is $10 a dance, and I'm dancing throughout songs or whatever, and you think that $40 makes up for me dancing for 7 songs. Like, just because they cut the songs in half, or you think that the songs are going by fast, it doesn't mean anything. So towards the end of the night that happened, like, it was this couple, they were really sweet, and you know, I just let it by, because I'm like, I'm not even breaking a sweat. Like, me dancing fully nude, you know, the customers aren't allowed to touch us for real, and I'm not breaking a sweat. I'm doing the same 2 steps, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, you know what, it's whatever. Like, but now I'm like mindful of that. But my sister said that it's going to pick up today, not today, she said it's going to pick up soon, which I believe. I mean, it's Atlanta, like, so I'm gonna stick it out, and if anything, I'm just gonna continue to just save whatever so that I can get back to travel dancing, because I manifested my slow amounts to be, you know, 500 minimum. Like, my slow nights, especially like traveling up north, it's been like $600 to $800 for a slow. So I'm going from an environment where I can charge $45 to $50 for one dance to me, you know, having to do $10 a dance, which money can still most definitely be attracted and still come in a lump sum amount. I just have to do stuff different when it comes to cheaper guys, because they'll still spend, but the question is, how much are you going to spend? Because you're already cheap. So it's like, how can we get this to work? I had to do a lot of convincing today, and I had to tell dudes, I was like, I literally work at clubs where I can dance for 3 songs and I already have over $100. You're complaining, overthinking about $10 to $30. And then they'll be like, you have a point, and I'm like, I know, I do. That's how I get into their heads. I realize that it works. So this is what we have in 20s. We have a 10. We have some 5s. And then we have a few 1s. And then we have that $28 freaking Cash App. So that's all from pulling this double. I was going to dance tomorrow, well, today, which is Thursday, but I decided that I'm in a new frequency now, and money flows to me in infinite ways, not just one way, which is the club. So I'm gonna take the risk of simply putting myself first, and I'm going to do my own thing today, create content, edit this video for you guys, and potentially take a heels dance class if my new dance shoes come in the mail, you know, earlier in the day, you know. So I was gonna wait to see if I was gonna take off, because everything depended on the shoes, but now I fully just want to take a day off. Like, I'm telling myself that if I keep myself in the mentality that I have to be at the strip club to receive most of my money, that's taking me away from doing other things that will also bring me income. And me doing those other things and me perfecting my craft and my skills, just like I stay committed to dancing, because dancing obviously brings in a lot of money. Even during like slow nights, I stayed consistent with dancing. You know, even with the slowness, I still stayed consistent. So as far as my other desires, I have to stay consistent, because eventually those things are going to be bringing me the same income, if not more, from me dancing. You know, so that's just where my headspace is right now. Before I forget to, the tip out for me to stay for a night shift is only $25. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in to this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And until next time, stay up, stay lovely. Remember that you are the observer of your reality, and manifestation is a reflection of what we choose to embody. And so it is, and it is done.